Hey everyone, welcome to the HireMyVA Team and Business Building Podcast brought to you by ugozi.com. In this podcast and at HireMyVA, we help you to reclaim your freedom through hiring and thriving with virtual assistants without breaking the bank, and as we always say, without breaking your bank. I'm Dave Braun, and normally I'm here with my partner and my friend, great business coach Larry Broughton, but today it's just me flying solo to get something out to you guys. So everything that I say here, as he says, may be wrong, but I don't think so. All right, so here is our question, and this is episode 139. Okay, here it is. What are the top 5 things to do before making your first hire? Well, there's really more than 5 things, but, we're fans of the Pareto Principle. If you guys don't know that, the 80-20 rule, it really says for many outcomes, roughly 80% of the consequences of those outcomes comes from 20% of the causes. Okay, so another way to put this, in other words, regarding both positive and maybe not so positive results in your life and business, and in all areas of society, the principle basically says that 80% of the results that we're going to get comes from 20% of the actions. Okay, and it really is pretty true. Now, it says 80-20, but sometimes it might be 90-10, sometimes it might be 70-30, 75-25. So don't take the exact number literal, but use it as a principle just to basically say you get a bunch of results from a smaller number of actions than you would normally think about. Okay, but it's easier to think of 80-20 principle. Now, one of the things that we've got at HireMyVA is our course was designed with this in mind because we've got rapid, quick start action areas at the beginning of each of our modules, which is the Prepare module, the Hire module, and the Thrive module. So you can get 80% of your results from 20% of the actions there or watching only 20% of the videos. Okay. Now, but really what we're talking about here is given what might be dozens of things to do, I'm just going to give you my top 5. Okay, my top 5 are the things that you're supposed to do or that you should do before making your first hire. Okay, now these are my top 5. The good thing is most of them, they're really not done that often. They might be done once, but chances are they're really not going to be done over and over and over every time you want to make a hire. Okay, so this is basically the prepare stuff, right? Now, a lot of folks skip these items, and you can skip everything, anything you want, and get lucky, but I don't want to do that for you guys. I want you guys to thrive. I want you guys to have the best person on your team, to have your businesses grow great. So let's get into what are the critical things to help you find great team members, and then of course getting them at the beginning. Okay, now you can get more of this information. We've got a comprehensive checklist on our site and at HireMyVA.com, so go over there and grab it. But so here they are. Oh, wait a second. But before we do this, if you've already done them, you may want to revisit them and adjust because it may have been a while since you've done some of this. All right, so bear with me here. I'm gonna go to my iPad, and here we go. All right, so the first thing is going to be, in my opinion, of course, is our 3-column exercise. All right, so our 3-column exercise. So what is that? So I'm going to tell you what that is right now. So you can see here the 3-column exercise. So what you want to do is, and we've talked about this in detail in episode 124. Larry has. It's really his invention. It's brilliant. It's awesome. But let me just describe it to you real quick. You want the details? Go to episode 124. But basically what you do is write down everything that you are doing. Okay? Everything that you're doing, like every single thing that you are doing. Okay? Then once you're done writing that down, it may take you a few days, it may take you a week. That's what we recommend is taking some of that time doing it. And then what you want to do is you want to circle and draw an arrow over to any of these things. What is it that you're great at? And so you draw them and you put them in this column. Okay. And then any of these things that you are doing or great at, you want to then put it in the third column if you actually love it. Okay. Now, what will happen then after that is you'll have a list of things that you're doing that you're not great at or you don't love. You'll have a list of things that you're great at but you don't love, and then you'll have a list of things that you love here, and you may not be the greatest at, but at least you love it. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do is take all of these different things here that's left over in this column that you're doing, you're either not great at or you don't love, and you want to use those as potential things that you can outsource to a virtual assistant. Okay, so this is how you want to help come up with a particular job description or position profile for somebody. Okay, now as a bonus, one of the things that you should consider doing also is, let me go back. One of the things that you might want to also consider doing is adding items that you should be doing in your position as a business owner or whatever position that you're at. So like if you're a business owner, you should be making content. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not great at it. Maybe you don't love it, but that's something that you probably should be doing. It's one of the things that we're doing. So you want to add that in here as well. Now, you won't be able to outsource that, but you can outsource. When I say outsource, you can get people to help, right? So what's happening here is I am, and this thing is I'm recording it right now. But guess what? Daph on our team is going to be editing the video, and Jules and Reg on our team are going to be posting it on our site and in for a podcast and also into social media. So really, of all of this stuff, which is editing, social media, posting, breaking up into different chunks, you don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. So all I am doing is this part, and they are doing that part. Okay, so while you can't maybe outsource everything you don't like, you can outsource a whole bunch of it. All right? Okay, so let's go then to the second one. The second one is define your culture. Now again, this is something that you're pretty much doing once and revisiting here and there, but your culture really is made up of two things: your vision and mission and your core values. Now, what you want to make sure that you do is you want to define this because it will get defined for you, and you don't want somebody else, like a client, you don't want your VAs, you don't want anybody else defining it but you. All right, so let's take a look over here at all right, so we've got a guide here in HireMyVA, a vision, mission, creation, action guide, where we talk about the vision statement being the desired end state. The mission statement is why you exist. They're both one sentence statements, okay? And we've got a really nice guide here. But basically what you want to do is a one sentence statement, clear and simple, etc. And excuse me, a one sentence statement, you want to make it clear, inspirational, etc. Both of these, okay? So this is the desired end state, vision statement, like clean water for everyone. Why you exist is, we dig wells to help provide water for everybody in this particular area, right? It's a specific mission, all right? So that's one of the things. Now, the other thing that we've got in our program is our core values creation action guide about how to do it. We've got a pretty extensive process if you want to go through this, but you can really just think about the core values. What embodies what you want to create? Some popular things might be discipline or excellence. Some other words might be integrity, and we've got a whole list of them here. At the end, is it challenge? Is that one of the things? Is charity one of the things? So you can see here that we've got a really nice guide, but you want to make sure that you're defining your vision, mission, and your core values, which is creating your particular culture. So you define it and you have to work to create that. Okay. All right. Now let's go to the third thing. All right. The third thing is understand your personality. Okay. Now, we've talked about this extensively in episodes 53, 86, and 87 about Colby A and StrengthsFinder. Um, I don't want to go into more detail on that and why they're there and what their importance is. We talked about that in length. So go there. You can always try other ones as well. Myers-Briggs, to get an idea of who you are, how you work best, so that you can appropriately pair yourself with the right team member, or understand who is in your organization that you are going to be pairing people up with. Okay. Let me give you an example of somebody. I'm just going to call his first name A. So one of the things that, and then the other person is B. So one of the things that I've always enjoyed is I love collaborating with people. Sometimes we will just do Zoom work together calls for an hour, 2 hours, where we're all working together. Just kind of, we're working virtually, but it feels like we're in a little bit of an office. So we do that together. Well, this person here, I discovered about myself that he really, he enjoys it. So we do this now, and he's on the team now. But this person, I didn't realize when I hired him that he didn't like it at all. It's like, give me the tasks, let me execute, and I'm going to do it. And he did. He did great. But one of the things that I found is I was finding that the joy in my business, I was losing out some of the joy in my business because I was not working together with the person A. So part of the definition of your personality is going through those assessments, but part of it is discovering how you work best, how you enjoy your work, and what you really love, and how much fun that you're having when you do it. Okay. So really here is we're talking about understanding your personality. Okay, so let's go to the fourth one here. We're going to go to the fourth, which is understand your business finances. Okay, so now why do you want to know that? Well, you're going to want to know that you can actually afford somebody. Now, we've talked about this before, Larry, and I've talked about it to where you might be thinking, oh, they're going to have to earn X amount of money per year. Well, this person is going to earn that per year, but really it's that much over 12. I mean, that's kind of the money that you have to have in the bank at any one time is a 12th of that, or a 24th, depending upon how often that you're paying them, or a 26th. So you don't have to have all of the money up front to actually find somebody. But this is going to be critical, knowing your finances, because you'll need to know this and know about like how much you can afford. Does that mean you can hire somebody offshore versus onshore, wherever you're at? Okay. So it'll dictate, the where. This will also dictate how many hours, because you maybe only afford somebody that's part-time. Ideally, you want to get full-time, which is totally what we recommend, but you do what you need to do. And then the other thing to remember is they will help generate, if you hire the right person, they will help you generate more money and time, if I can draw a little clock there. So they'll help you generate more of both. Okay. So you want to make sure you understand your business finances. Now, the next one that we're going to talk about here is the last one is you're going to need to write down your search and interview process and how you'll decide on somebody. So your search/interview process. Okay, and how you're going to decide in your decision making. Okay, so before you even go and want to hire somebody, you need to make sure you decide this stuff, or obviously get some help in figuring that out. So you're going to need to think about where to search, right? That's why you want to talk about understand your business finances. How are you going to communicate through email to start? Most likely, right? What about your interview questions? And then you're going to be interviewing and maybe talking to 3 or 4 folks. How are you going to compare them? Okay, are you going to give them tests? What kind of tests? A little bit of a project. Are you going to do that? So we've got a couple of things here at HireMyVA that I want you to consider to make sure you have. If you're part of our program, you get them. But if not, then you want to make sure you search for it online or whatever. Okay, so we've got some interview guidelines that are pretty detailed, develop a plan, the setting, etc. But we've also got a really comprehensive guide on interviewing questions, where we talk about the soft questions, hard and specific. Where the soft questions are attitudes, behavioral things, where you're getting to know them. Technical is the hard and specific skill sets, and then specific questions is you ask them about specific things on their resume. Okay, and we've got in here just all kinds of questions throughout the whole thing, and our top 5 questions. Okay, like one of them, what do you think you're perfect for this position? I use this all the time. I use this next one. What we do if I set up a process, tell you at the beginning we need to follow it, and a month later I tell you let's skip it for this one project. What would you say to me? Right? So these are some very important things that you have to make sure that you've got. So let's review these really quick. Number one, I'm going to change color. Number 1 here, let me go back, share my iPad. Number 1 is a 3-column exercise. You want to make sure you do that before you hire somebody. You want to define your culture. Number 3, understand your personality. Number 4, your business finances. Have a handle on that, about who you can afford. That'll dictate a lot. And then, of course, make sure you've got some kind of a thought-out search/interview process and a way you're going to make a decision on somebody. Okay. So now I hope that helps you guys. I hope that makes sense here. And, if you have any questions, let us know. Put it in the comments down below. Send us an email, info@HireMyVA.com. Just communicate with us and we'll help you through some of these. So I really thank you for joining me today. And remember, building a team is the number one way to reclaim your freedom. And we're going to help you with our course and community and our white glove service, where we find a rock star VA for you. Our white glove service has all these different things we talked about. We've got them set up for you. We walk you through those and help you really hone in on who you need and whom you need. I don't know if it's who or whom. Anyway, but 3 things we'd love for you to do, and we'd really appreciate it. Number 1, subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already done so, either on your iPhone or your Android phone, and on YouTube by hitting the subscribe button and clicking on the little bell next to it to get reminders. And then number 2 is give us a rating, preferably 5-star, or leave a comment below the video. Any comment, it helps us to get the word out. And then number 3, go to HireMyVA.com for more information on our course and community and our white glove service. Remember, even without experience, you'll learn how to prepare. I can't say that. Remember, without experience, you'll learn how to prepare for, hire, and thrive with virtual assistants. Larry and I have helped a lot of folks. And of course, we'd love to help you too. Go to HireMyVA.com for more information and to see other podcasts and all that kind of stuff. And really a final word here is, if you guys are watching this, you'll get the most out of it. But if you're listening to it, I hope I described it well enough. So I think you'll get it. If you guys have something else that's would contribute to one of the things you want to do before you hire somebody, let us know. I'm open to your thoughts, and it would actually help our program to be better. So anyway, go to HireMyVA.com for more information and ask us some questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.